Welcome. Or I should rather say hello. I know it's been a long time since I have uploaded on this channel. Please bear with me. I'm just such a busy person and I'm trying to make it work all around. Okay, so I've got like 2 YouTube channels, 2 TikTok profiles. I've got a 9 to 5. I've got a son that I need to look after, and I've got myself that I need to look after, and then life happens. Okay, so I'm really trying to stay consistent on this channel, and I am going to build a system where there's not going to be too many gaps from when I upload. So please bear with me along the way, but I am working on it. Today we're going to talk about getting rid of emotional luggage. Getting rid of emotional luggage from the father of your child. When I look back on my previous video, I think, what was the last video I did on this channel? Something for the men, I think. Was it for the single dads? And oh no, sorry. It was baby steps to financial freedom. Okay, the other video I did, how to gain respect from the mother of your child. I felt like that video was deep. Looking back at that video, I'm like, oh my gosh. But anyway, this one, this one might just be as deep as that, but it's all for learning and it's to set you free. I'm really passionate about single moms thriving, being the best person that they can be, and not relying on the father of their child to sort them out. Okay, living the best life that you ought to be. And one of those steps is to get rid of the emotional luggage that you have from the father of your child. Like I said on this channel before, it's not every single mom that has a child for a poor man. Some women have a child for a rich man, a classy man, a man who's got an authority figure, a man who's got a good position in society. Single mom is, there's so many types. Okay, but the thing is, when you have a child for someone who you used to like, or you used to love, or you admire, or someone famous, or someone who's got a place in society, there's a part of you deep down that wants to be with that person. You want to be with that man, even though you're not saying it with your mouth, but your body language, your energy, the way you talk says a lot. Okay, and first of all, when a woman has a child with a man, unless if she made up her mind that she just wants to have children with someone and not get married, then she might not fall into this category. But if your case wasn't like that, and your case was a situation where you actually did like him, or you did love him at one point, and then you just happened to get pregnant, you're going to have that thought at the back of your head that, oh, what if we got together? Imagine if we got together. Maybe he might come around and like me. Maybe he might grow to love me. Maybe he might see that I'm a good mother and I could be a good mother to the rest of his kids. Or maybe he might change his mind to marry me. Even though you can clearly see that he's been dating other women after you. He's been sleeping with other women after you. He's been doing so many things with different women. You're still hanging around mentally. You're hanging around in the corner, hoping and praying and wishing that he will come back and get with you. And the thing that maybe people do tell you, or maybe it's something that you find it hard to accept, is that the way he sees you from day one, it's not going to change. If he never saw you as someone that he could be with in the long run, someone he can call his wife, someone he can go home to, then he's not going to see you as that when the baby gets here. He won't see you like that. And men don't grow to like a woman. It don't work like that. The feelings need to be there from day one. It needs to be there from day one. That's why when a guy is pursuing, it's because there's feelings from day one. Something is burning in the middle of his chest from day one that's pushing him to pursue her. But if there was nothing in him burning to pursue you, he's not going to move an inch. Okay, so that thing, if it's not there before the baby came, it won't be there now. I'm just looking at my notes so I don't forget what I'm going to say in the video. Another thing is, if you're constantly having sex with the father of your child, you're not really doing yourself a favor at all, because sex has a way of causing soul ties, and it will blind you from seeing the man for who he truly is. And when everyone around you can see his true character, you won't be able to see it, because sometimes the sex could be so good that you just neglect that part and you just focus on what you like. And so that's why I highly recommend to not have sex with men that are not your husband. Okay, call it old school, call it tradition, call it old fashioned. It is what it is. Okay, diseases, sickness, soul ties, these things have existed since your ancestor days, and they're still ongoing, because people are just having sex with just anyone, anywhere, anytime, any day. All right. Another thing is, a guy could tell when you still want him. And I'll tell you how this works. It's energy. Okay? As a woman, when you secretly admire the father of your child, or you secretly have hope that he might turn around to, take you serious and date you and marry you and all of that, you begin to put yourself on hold on a subconscious level unknown to you. You put yourself on hold because you move in a way that you're not open to date other men. And even if you are dating other men, you date them in a way that you know deep down this is not going anywhere. You date the ones that you know you will never be with in the long run, because somewhere inside of you is wishing and hoping and praying that you get with the father of your child. So you start to date men that you know deep down this is not going to go anywhere. You sleep with men that you know deep down this is not going to go anywhere. You begin to move, and then you start to swim around the premises of the father of your child. So when I mean swim, I mean you're stylishly getting close to his mom. You're stylishly getting close to the member of his family. You're stylishly trying to get yourself involved with his part of the family when he hasn't introduced you as anything other than the mother of his child. But because you're swimming, why am I using the word swimming? Because you're moving slowly. You're moving in a way with intent, in a way that some people might not know your intention, but they can read the energy that you still want him. And when you're doing this, you're putting yourself on hold. Okay? One of the biggest signs that you know, which is not true in all cases, because I'm a single mom and I haven't been in any serious relationship, and the father of my child has moved on and he's married, and I never ever in my life want to get with him, and he never ever want to get with me. But one of the biggest signs you know that you secretly still want him back is that you're too involved in his life and in his family's life. Because when a woman is done with a man, you don't even care to know whether he exists or not. You actually don't care. Okay? When you're done with a dude and he calls you, you're like, hello, who's this? To remind him that he no longer exists. Yeah? As women, we behave like that. And so when you're having the time, when you're taking the time to listen to him rant, be there for him emotionally, caring for him more than you should, and he's not even showing you the same care, it's a sign that you are secretly trying to get with him. And the problem with this is that a man can read that energy and he will use that to his advantage. Okay? Because women tend to underestimate the value of feminine touch, the value of feminine advice, the value of feminine love, the value of feminine presence. You tend to underestimate that. And when a guy sees that you're giving him free feminine touch, free feminine advice, you're always available to cuddle him when he's got a hard day at work or when he's going through it in life, you're always available for him to talk about everything that he's going through. You're available for if he's looking for someone to chill with, you're there. He will take advantage of that and use that as a support system for himself, knowing fully well at the back of his head that he will not get with you in the long run. So at the end of the day, you are not winning in that situation. It's a loss and a waste of time for you. Okay? It's a loss and a waste of time for you. And the one thing that men are always good at is taking advantage of women. So the camera got too hot because it's summertime, it's really hot here, and it got shut off. So I truly believe I stopped around the bit where I talked about swimming around the father of your child's life, you being there for him emotionally, trying to get close to his family, stylishly trying to be there for him, stuff like that. So let me give you the signs of the signs that you have an emotional luggage towards the father of your child. Okay, the first one is you love being around the father of your child and you're disguising it under the term of friendship when he's made it clear to you that he doesn't see you as a girlfriend or a wife. Even if a man does not tell you that he doesn't see you as his girlfriend or as his wife, the fact that he hasn't turned you into one of those two things is a sign that he never will. And you disguising it under, oh, I'm just friends with the father of my child. You, sweetheart, you are deceiving yourself. You're wasting time and you're missing out on the right man that will treat you like a queen. Okay. The next one is you're trying to be his therapist. So whenever he has a bad day at work, you're there to listen to him. Whenever he's down, you're there to comfort him. Men value these things in femininity. Have you not noticed that men don't cuddle other men when they have a rough day? Men don't have that softness when men are going through it. They can only get that from a woman. So feminine presence is valuable. It's priceless. Okay, don't listen to the dudes and the rappers who be, making it sound like girls are nothing. No, okay, men are woman centered. Everything they do evolves around women. So your presence, you being there, you being a listening ear, all of that is valuable. All right, but you don't want to waste your valuable time on someone who's not going to make you his wife. There's no point. You got better stuff to be doing with your life. Okay, if you are a therapist to him, is he a therapist to you? The time that you put, the time and the effort you put for him, is he doing the same to you? Because that's the only way you're making profit at this point. Okay, the next one is you're too involved in his personal plans. You want to know who he's dating. You're asking him, because you're disguising the whole thing as friendship, you ask him, oh, how's your girlfriend? When are you going to propose to her? Even though deep down you're trying to get with him, because you're trying to play the friend role, you're asking him personal questions and it's none of your business. And he will give you the answer, but it's none of your business. And it's a sign that you still emotionally attached to him. The next one is you're constantly having sex with him when you know that it's not going to lead anywhere, but you're hoping and praying that it will. Some single moms, even when there's the father of their child has a girlfriend, you will still sleep with him because you think by sleeping with him he might decide to get with you. He could have made that decision from day one. The next one is you get angry when you see him with another woman, because deep down, obviously, you want him. So that makes sense, right? And now let's talk about how to get rid of that emotional luggage so you can move forward. You can get with a better guy. You can thrive. One thing I've noticed is, as a woman, when we put men in the center of our life, you tend to neglect yourself. You neglect yourself. I've seen some women put their whole life on hold for the father of their child. Literally not bothering to go for where is this, like things that they would love to do. They wouldn't bother doing it anymore because they'd be like, oh, the father of my child is da 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 da. They'll put that on hold. A lot of things get put on hold when you put a man as the center in your life. You're not supposed to do that. The only person that should be in the center should be God. Okay, that is it. Because the more you focus on him, he will make sure you focus on getting yourself right. Okay, so one way to get rid of this emotional luggage is to, first of all, stop having sexual activities with the father of your child. This is something that I'm going to consistently preach on this channel till you get it. Okay, you need to stop doing that because it's causing soul tie, and you will get spiritually blind from seeing the truth and from seeing things for what it is. And the only thing the guy is going to do is to keep taking advantage of that. That's about it. The next one is to protect your personal space and make sure that the father of your child is not in your house or in your room. Okay, so create the boundaries. The boundaries are so important. I have done a video on boundaries. I will leave the link somewhere on the screen so you can get through it quicker. The third one would be to stop telling him everything that happens in your life and move apologetically. Stop telling the father of your child every single thing that goes on in your life. He doesn't need to know. He's not your boyfriend. He's not your husband. He's not your dad. He's not your family. He don't need to know. Move unapologetically. Now, when you start doing this, you're going to notice that he will see the energy that you don't care about him. And then he's going to find a way to distract you and make you feel like there's hope in getting together. But he's not trying to get with you. He just wants your attention. Because again, feminine attention is so valuable. So don't be deceived and think, oh, ever since I've moved on and I'm doing well for myself, next thing you know, the father of my child is calling me all the time, listening to me, paying attention to me. He's only doing all of that because he wants that attention. Not because he's trying to get with you, not because he likes you, not because he loves you. Okay, you have to be careful about these games that men play. And the last one, because it's getting really hot in here, I need to end this video, is prayers to break soul ties. Okay, in order to break a soul tie between you and the father of your child, you need to pray, because soul tie is a spiritual thing. And when there's a soul tie, every time you see him, you would want to have sex with him. Every single time you see him, you want to have sex with him. Let me give you an example of myself. When I used to talk to the father of my child, because we didn't have like a serious relationship, it was just more of a sexual agreement. Every time I see him, we would, okay? And so when I decided that I no longer wanted to deal with him and I just wanted to move on, I started reading my Bible more. I started praying to God more. I didn't even know what a soul tie was. I was just praying, reading my Bible more. And then one day I randomly bumped into him in the city center in Ireland, because that's where I used to live. That's where the father of my child was. And when I saw him in the city center in Ireland, I was like, oh, is that the guy that I slept with? Ew. Like, I was even ashamed to be like, that's the father of my child. Okay, because what had happened was, the more I was reading the Bible and the more I was praying, that veil came off. That veil that every time I see him, I just want to, that veil came off. And so now when I saw him in the city that day, I just treated him like he was just a nobody. And he was begging me like, please, I want to talk to you. I want to see the kid. I want to see the kid. And it's like, I don't know what you're talking about. It was so funny that day. I think that day he just realized that, oh, she's a whole different person now. Okay, so prayers is the only thing that can remove that soul tie away. Okay, because if that soul tie is not spiritually removed, every time you see him, you'd want to have sex with him. Some of you, you might have dreams that you're sleeping on a bed with a man. It could be the father of your child. It's a sign of a soul tie. Or if the guy you have a child with has slept with 60 women, you might have a dream of yourself being on the bed amongst those 60 women. It's a sign that there is still a soul tie there. So please, it's important to deal with it spiritually as well, because sex addiction is real. Soul tie is real. Okay, and these things can only be dealt with in the spiritual realm. That is all I have for this video today, and I'm gonna see you all in the next video. Bye.